Hello everyone, this is Shine. I'm here with a new tutorial series. I'm not sure how many of these I'm going to make, but I'll just bring up topics that come up to me, just random things that many people might not know that are actually really useful tricks for Kaizo and maybe other things that I don't really experience in things other than Kaizo, so I cannot speak for those. Anyways, another thing that I wanted to mention is that my tutorials are mostly going to be for keyboard and maybe controllers with notches. So if you have a controller with no notches, I would recommend taking these tutorials that I'm going to make with a grain of salt, because they might not work at all for you. Because due to the way keyboards and notches work, where you can hold specific angles very easily, you might have trouble recreating that in a controller with no notches, which might make your playing style completely different. Anyways, for the first episode in this series, I'm going to teach stuff about slope jumps. So first of all, let's take its slope like this one that you can walk on. It can be default collision type like this one, or it can be one that you can walk up at normal speed, because both of them do the same thing. So basically, when you're facing up them and you want to jump, you can't do a normal single jump. So if you jump and press B, you are going to dive, which is not what you want most of the time. Most of the time you want a jump like this, which you can control in there and you can kick and stuff. So there's a way to do that while facing upwards, and you can do this in two different ways. Way number one is a breakdance cancel jump. To do this, you crouch like this, you press B to do a breakdance, and then immediately after you press A. And as you can see, you can do jumps that you can kick out of, and you can move sideways and all that fancy stuff that you usually cannot do at all, as you can see. So breakdance cancel jump, I cannot say breakdance, I'm stupid. Breakdance cancel jumps are really useful when you don't want a lot of forward speed. Like for example, if you want to reach a platform that's to the side or to the back. I cannot think of any instances where this is useful for the stuff that I'm talking about, but it's also useful if the platform you're standing on is really small and you need something that you're certain that it won't push you off the platform. Because the other type of jump that you can use for this purpose is a punch cancel jump. So punch cancel jumps give you a lot of more forward momentum, but if you're on the edge of the platform, you can probably fall off if you're stupid. Which is why I recommend breakdance cancel jumps for these instances. And also, I'm not sure if this is actually how it is, but I find that breakdance cancel jumps are also more forgiving in terms of the amount of frames you have. I'm not sure if this is actually a case, but that's what it feels to me. So for punch cancel jumps, you can do something like that. And you can clear that section with breakdance cancel, you don't even come close. So yeah, there are these two methods. You can choose whichever one is more convenient for you in a specific situation. So how about slopes that you cannot stand on? Slopes that are slippery and basically do the same thing. You try to jump up them, you just can't. So for these ones, you want to use a different method. So to do this, you know how when you, well, pro tip for those who don't know it, like if you're watching this, you probably should know this, but if you do a double jump and land on the slope, then you can triple jump if you press A within 3 frames. So this method for slippery slopes is pretty similar to a triple jump, except you have to slow down so that you don't get a triple jump. I failed it there because I didn't hit the 3-frame window, but it looks something like that. So jump, double jump, slow down, and then jump kick. Remember that if you're having trouble replicating any of this, you have the input display in the bottom right, I think. And you can also slow down the video through YouTube settings. And that should help you look at what I'm doing more closely. And of course, both of these methods work in any sort of slopes. I mean, both of these, not necessarily methods, but like, both of these cases. I'm not entirely sure what to call them. Yeah. I hope this will help you in your gaming experience and that you will become better at Kaizo from being able to do this kind of stuff. So, see you in the next video, or whatever the hell.